Car audio power ratings can be confusing because companies love to throw big numbers on boxes. But the two numbers that actually matter are RMS power and peak power, and they are not the same thing. RMS power is the real-world power rating. It tells you how much continuous power an amplifier can send, or how much continuous power a speaker or subwoofer can handle over time without overheating, distorting badly, or getting damaged. Think of RMS as the power your system can actually live on. If an amp says it makes 500 watts RMS, that means it can deliver around 500 watts continuously under the rated conditions. If a subwoofer says it handles 500 watts RMS, that means it is designed to take about 500 watts of clean continuous power. Peak power is different. Peak power is the maximum short burst of power a piece of equipment might handle or produce for a tiny moment. Not seconds, not minutes, just a quick instant, like a musical hit or transient. Peak power is usually a marketing number because it sounds impressive. A speaker that says 1200 watts peak might only be rated for 300 watts RMS. That does not mean it can safely take 1200 watts all day. It means it may survive a very brief spike near that level. So when you are matching amps and speakers, use RMS ratings, not peak ratings. If your sub is rated at 500 watts RMS, look for an amplifier that makes around 500 watts RMS at the correct ohm load. The ohm load matters because an amplifier's output changes depending on speaker resistance. An amp might make 300 watts at 4 ohms, 500 watts at 2 ohms, and 800 watts at 1 ohm. You have to match the RMS power at the impedance your system is actually wired to. Also, more power is not always better if the signal is dirty. A smaller amp pushed into clipping can destroy a speaker faster than a properly tuned bigger amp. Clipping happens when the amplifier is asked to produce more power than it cleanly can, and the signal becomes distorted and harsh. That distortion creates heat, and heat kills voice coils. So the simple rule is this: RMS is the real power number, peak is a short burst number. Shop by RMS, match impedance correctly, tune the gain properly, and feed your speakers clean power. That is how car audio power actually works.